Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday, right? So what day it is? Yeah, look at that. I got one right. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I'm having a good day, for what it's worth. Forgot to take my pills again. Who's shocked by that? But, yeah, I slept most of yesterday and did the stream earlier and then played some video games, and now I'm here with you wonderful people. It's not a bad day. It's a fun day like that. Excuse me. Lots going on in the world. Not much of it really worth talking about because the world's shit. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. The world's not that bad, guys. Relax. Enjoy it. You only get one trip on this merry-go-round. Strap yourself to that horse and yeehaw, motherfucker. Did I wait long enough to say fuck? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds in. It's okay to say motherfucker. That's the YouTube motherfucker rule. You got to wait like 30 seconds before you say fuck. Isn't that a dumbass rule? But that's what the advertisers want. It's the advertisers want you to wait 30 seconds before you say fuck. Isn't that kind of a arbitrary number? Anyhow, I don't give a fuck. It amuses me. I guess we talk about Amy Coney Barrett. That's the big news, which it's really not even big news yet because, well, nothing really happened. They had the opening of the hearings yesterday. They'll have more of that today, and today they'll actually question the woman. But yesterday, all of the senators and Amy got to give their... Oh, okay, when I say all of the senators, all of the senators on the Judiciary Committee got to give their opening statements, and Amy got to give hers. Which was basically several hours of, stupid. It was just stupid. We're talking hours and hours and hours of stupid. Hey, Jack, how you doing, man?
Not bad. How you guys doing?
It seemed pretty good so far.
Good. Chad seems lively.
Oh, they're good people.
Of course they are.
I was just talking about the Amy Coney Barrett hearing yesterday, which I'm not even sure you can call it a hearing at that point when it's just people preaching at each other.
Yeah, it looked like a bunch of speeches, so I didn't really take the effort to watch it.
Literally all it was speeches. That's all it was. There were no questions yesterday. Those start today.
Yeah, fuck that. What a waste of my time.
Yeah, and I was watching it because, I get into this stuff and I can take some of it. But when Amy Klobuchar gets up there and tells us that we need Obamacare because her husband, he got the COVID cough early on. But there were other people who got it and died. And it's all Trump's fault. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with Amy?
Nothing.
Their whole point is that there's a case coming up, I believe November 10th, December 10th, one of those two, where ACA is being challenged again in front of the Supreme Court. And they think Donald Trump picked somebody and is forcing her through. So
forcing her?
Yeah.
Isn't that his job to appoint a Supreme Court justice?
He is raping her into the Supreme Court.
Huh. Well,
yeah,
that's a new one.
And that was their whole thing. All of them. That's all they fucking talked about yesterday is, oh my God, he just wants to get rid of this amidst the COVID. Like they would be okay with it if COVID wasn't around. If they'd be like, all right, go ahead and get rid of that shit. We don't have COVID right now. Which, by the way, it's just a nonsense argument. By the way, just because Obamacare goes away doesn't mean the insurance coverage under Obamacare does. The biggest part of Obamacare is the individual mandate.
Yeah.
The rest of it, it's not run by our government. For anybody who thinks it is, it's not run by our government. Those are run by insurance companies that already existed. That's why you hear about insurance companies pulling out of Obamacare in states depending on the year, because it's no longer feasible for them to do it. Very little of it is actually run, through a Medicaid type thing. It's private insurance companies that you're giving a shit ton of money to, which, by the way, if you'd have got insurance beforehand, wouldn't have been a problem. My favorite, oh, you dirty little sons of bitches. Them talking about there are hundreds of millions of people with pre-existing conditions who won't be able to get insurance. Jack, you were alive and went through the whole Obamacare thing. Do you remember how many people they used to tell us didn't have insurance?
Was it like 60 million?
No, it was 20 to 40, depending on who you asked. So even less. Your number would give them a little bit more cover even. But apparently, since Obamacare got passed, 80 million more people picked up pre-existing conditions. And that's if you count all of the 40 million before as saying they couldn't have insurance because of pre-existing conditions, which, by the way, wasn't true. Illiterati, thank you so much. Mate, just a wee tip from Brisbane. Thank you so very much. It's very kind of you. I appreciate it. We are brought to you by you. Hit that like button, hit that share button. And if you can, we like just the tip. We like the full shaft too, if you're talking about donation wise. If it's donations, go balls deep if you can, but we'll take anything we can. Obamacare since the beginning has been a lie. It really has. If you guys go back and look, they didn't even try to pretend it was for poor people. If you go back to the beginning, they didn't even try to pretend it was for poor people. They told us that it was 20, it was like, I think 20 to 35 was the group most likely not to be covered. Old people, already covered. Young people, already covered. Poor people, already covered through different government plans. The people who weren't covered were the ones most likely not to need it. Young people who were, 10 foot tall and bulletproof. I don't need insurance. So why force them to get insurance, Jack?
They needed it to cover the people that didn't have insurance.
Ding, 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 ding. They needed that money to bring the private insurance companies in and help them offset the cost of all the bullshit they were pushing on people. Yeah, things like gay men needing maternity coverage.
Yeah, it's a big Ponzi scheme too.
Yeah. And so they forced all this through. That's all this was. This was to get all of those glorious dollars that weren't being spent. Yeah, so that's what Obamacare was. It was a lie from the beginning. And then immediately after it passes, what do they start? Oh, the Republicans want to take away insurance from poor people and people with pre-existing conditions. Even the pre-existing conditions bullshit was bullshit.
Yeah. There were a lot of weird things in that bill. I don't remember if you've ever read that entirety.
The entirety of it? No.
There was so much garbage squeezed in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like things about fruit stands and bicycle paths and all sorts of bizarre stuff that had nothing to do with anything.
The biggest problem, if you're talking about it from the medical health perspective, is that the things that have to be covered is an arbitrary list decided by some bureaucrat. It's not in the law.
Yeah.
For those of you like, well, it says they have to give us this coverage. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's where the whole idea of the death panels came from, because they could just outright reject procedure you needed based on cost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the theory anyway. So
the Obama administration, it was so funny watching the fights over it when they when the government shutdown came down. There were people, the Republicans just don't like it. this is the law and that's how it has to be. I'm like, you do realize they've changed that law several times since it passed, just with the stroke of a pen at Health and Human Services, right?
I hear a lot of hate facts coming from you, mister.
I know. It's like I shouldn't pay attention so I can be as dumb as everyone else out there.
That's right. I mean, you don't need to worry your pretty little head about all that.
Viking says, as a single man, my maternity coverage is amazing. I'm sure it is. And you're paying out the nose for it, too.
Yeah, don't be a hoe and get all knocked up.
Yeah, your pap smears are covered as well, my friend. Good luck with those. God damn. I hate these stupid fucks because they get lied to all the time and they just ask for being lied to more. Thank you, Frank. Don't forget the Cadillac tax, which, if not removed, will cause me to lose my coverage or pay an extra $500 per month. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was if your insurance plan was too good, you had to pay more.
Yeah, that's such bullshit. If someone wants to pay extra for better insurance, let them. Who cares? Why are you, see, that's that thing where they're trying to knock everybody down to the same peg.
Yep.
So that you can all be equally bad at medical coverage. I can't talk.
Well, you said it right. Knock down, not bring up.
Yeah.
Knock down. Dangerous says, I'm not surprised they changed the laws with strokes. They are all wankers. I get your joke there. But the point being is that the law was actually written so that a bureaucrat gets to decide that stuff. It's not written into the law. Even the stuff about maternity coverage, that's not written into the law because they tried pushing that. This will guarantee maternity coverage for mothers. No, it doesn't. That's decided by those idiots on Capitol Hill working for the president. They literally wrote it in there that he gets to, that, not him specifically, but I think it's the Health and Human Services. I could be wrong on that, but they get to just go, all right, they have to cover this today. That's it. That's all it takes.
Well, and most of the people that were arguing for the bill never even read it.
No.
So that whole you have to pass the bill in order to find out what's in it crap, they didn't read it. And they're advocating for it, pushing it, and voting on it, and they never read it. I mean, it was like 1,200 pages or something asinine like that.
Yeah.
I got through like 80% of it, and I thought I was going to die of an aneurysm.
Literati, thank you. Looks like you have an Aussie heavy audience today. We usually do. Americans tend to be asleep at this time of night. Green Death, thank you so much. Not thank you. Congratulations on another year. Who says, it's my birthday. Can you make it extremely goofy for me? I can't make it extremely goofy, but I can sing to you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Green Death. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you get to stick it in someone.
Willingly.
Yeah, for everybody involved. Don't Biden nobody.
Yeah, don't be like, and after you finish, be like, you mean nothing to me.
You mean nothing to me.
Come on, man. You got anything in the fridge?
It just annoys me that this is what they spent their time on. You know what I want from my Supreme Court justice, Jack?
Supreme Court porn?
Well, if it's Amy, sure. I don't want anybody else involved. But I would watch Amy getting porked. I'd much rather her, get licked by another beautiful woman. But no, I want to see them care about the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. None of us care about the third anymore, so we can put that one aside for now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those would be things I'd like to hear. How are you going to defend this? How would you decide on that? We have people out there right now. She should recuse herself if the election has to come down to the Supreme Court. Like, why? She's not involved in the election. She's not involved. It makes no sense for her to recuse herself on that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But that's what they're talking about. Fucking. Oh, and the other thing we'll, of course, have to hear once the questions start is about abortion. So on the Democrat side, you're going to hear, do you think it's okay to vacuum suck a baby out of a woman? Why do you want to kill children by getting rid of Obamacare? And they will ask about the election. They will.
Wait, back up. You said, why do you want to kill children by getting rid of Obamacare? I thought they were pro-abortion.
Oh, it depends on when they think it's okay to kill a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So right up to the second it's being born is okay, but after that it's a no.
Yeah, after that, you and I have to pay for it.
I see.
And that'll be the questions for this woman. And she's going to have far more on her plate than just those 3 stupid-ass topics. The election one won't even matter after this year, you know. The Obamacare one might matter again in the future. It's not. They're going to shoot that shit down. Because Roberts' bullshit of being for it while he's against it won't play anymore. And then the abortion thing, I mean, she's on record as saying she doesn't think Roe will go away, but she does think it's okay to question how long it's okay to have abortions. You know?
Yeah.
Trimester wise. So either way, the vast majority of shit we're going to hear from these people, it's not going to pertain to our lives or our Constitution at all.
This is going to be virtue signaling nonsense.
Each senator gets 30 minutes, I believe it is. 30 minutes, excuse me, nectar of the gods, to question Miss Barrett. And then they come back and they each get 20 minutes to question her. So, in short, that's a long time worth of stupid that nobody cares about and isn't going to actually affect the outcome of the Senate vote. Do you think there's anything the Democrats can ask that's going to make the Republicans go, oh, no, we're not going to vote for
her? At this point, probably not. I don't think the Democrats are really going to ask any deep intellectual questions. It'll be more like mini speeches disguised as questions. I think that's all we're going to get.
Fair enough. Do you think the Republicans will say anything that'll make the Democrats go, oh, yeah, she would be a good candidate?
No, not with this political atmosphere. They're just orange man bad at this point.
Ted Cruz, during his opening statement today, actually summed up today's whole thing very, very well. He came up there and he goes, look, I have not heard the Democrats say, I'm paraphrasing here, fuck all about Amy Coney Barrett and her qualifications for this job. And you know what? He was right. They hadn't said a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing about her actual qualifications for the job.
Why would they want to do that? Because she's more than qualified.
Extremely qualified. Certainly more so than Kagan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who they love.
Kind of a low bar, too.
Well, it is, but I mean, anytime they want to, that was one of my favorite things. What qualifications does she have? She's only been on the bench 3 years. Like, excuse me. Do you know the rest of your court right now, dumbass?
Well, that's okay when it's one of theirs.
Eval Potato, thank you so much. They want her to recuse herself because they are projecting what they would do in her position, which would be voting for their team no matter what the law says. Yeah, and I can see that, but that's not a reason for recusal.
It is to them because the orange man's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how you weren't getting that one, Monkey. Come on. She was nominated by Bad Orange Man. Therefore, Orange Man bad. She must recuse herself.
Indeed. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. She had to be nervous as hell after what they did to Brett. I don't know if she'd, I mean, sure, there's got to be a bit of nervousness to that, but it's a lot harder to accuse her. I saw somebody today, they said, would she be more or less racist if the kids she adopted were white? And then they answered their own question and said, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, an either or question, like, yes. Yeah, it's a good question. would it be okay if she only adopted white children? I'm thinking they would have a problem with that too.
Of course.
That's the only thing they can find really horrible about her. That, and she's a Catholic, you guys.
Dun dun dun.
She's a Catholic. And she once went to somewhere where she said she was against abortion, and she said Roberts got it wrong in his decision on Obamacare. And that means nothing to me. One, Roberts did get it wrong in his decision on Obamacare. That was such a piece of shit decision. That was a travesty. And everybody, no matter how you feel about Obamacare itself, should have been able to look at that and go, yeah, he was wrong. But too many people are like, well, I want my Obamacare because I'm on the left. If you were honest, you'd read that and go, holy shit, he's a moron. And the problem is Roberts isn't a moron. It's just that he bent reality so far to try to make that work. They claim that it wasn't a tax. The whole time they're pushing this stupid ass bill. And then it gets to the Supreme Court. Like, yeah, that's a tax. We can do that. Except it's not a tax. You guys told us it wasn't a tax. And somehow Roberts comes in with, yeah, that's a tax. Remember what? No, it's a penalty. That's what it was. It's what it's listed as. It's a.
Well, you can't stop them from finding what they want to see. It's right there in the margins in invisible ink that only they can see.
Go ahead.
Real fast. Thank you, Frank. How many times will they reclaim their time? Way too much.
They won't. I don't think she's going to be interrupting them all that much. She'll just answer the questions as they come. I get what you mean, though. What was that? What hearing was that?
Oh, shit. I don't remember.
Someone recently, yeah.
Yeah, something recent, but fucking irritating.
But anyway, back to the Obamacare thing. This is the problem with John Roberts, and we've seen it on a couple of things right now. And it's why he's not a good justice. He's really not. There are certain things where it's what I call feel-good laws, Jack. These are laws that are designed to make people feel good, but they're not legal at all, not under constitutional law. And it's the kind of stupid shit that gets passed, and then it goes to the Supreme Court, and they're like, no.
Oh, it was Barr. Thank you.
Barr, yeah. John Roberts doesn't have the spine to tell people no. He doesn't have the spine to say, you know what? No. And gay marriage was another one. No, sorry. This is a state issue. This is obviously a fine and not a tax. And for those of you who don't understand why the tax thing was a big deal with Obamacare, Congress has the power to lay taxes. They do not have the power to fine you for just being an alive American. And that right there should have killed it. And instead, he's like, no, I can see how this is a tax. No, it's not. Fuck you. And they went to great lengths they called people liars who said it was a tax. When people would go, they're taxing you for being an American. They're like, it's not a tax. It's a fine if you don't pay this. And then they had the nerve to go to the Supreme Court and argue just the opposite. Fucking liars.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the Barrett situation right now. She's going to get confirmed unless they bring out some major story tomorrow that none of us have heard about. And, yeah. Has anyone seen Keith Olbermann's tirade and attacks on Republicans and right-wingers and called for them to be imprisoned? Yes, we talked about it the other night. I think we watched it too, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was 2 nights ago that we did that. He had a new one out today where he was talking about how Amy Coney Barrett is just a liar. She's a liar, you guys. She's a liar. It's basically what he said. But Jack, I want to move on to something a little funnier. Something that made me laugh today. I have to dig it up because I had it ready and you know me.
Yeah.
Oh, while I'm looking for it, I just want to point out my Chargers were trending #1 tonight. Do you know why my Chargers were trending #1 tonight?
No.
They lost a game against the Saints where the Saints had to come back from a 17-point deficit to win in overtime by 3 points.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. My Chargers, man.
You love the Chargers for some reason.
I love them, but they...
Are you looking for the Biden clips?
No, I have the clip ready that I want to do.
Oh.
I'm just... I'm so sad. Look, even as a Charger fan, if you're up 17... I don't remember the exact score of the game because they started out, they were up 6-0. They would have been 7, but they missed a field goal. Saints kicked a field goal, or they missed the extra point, sorry. And then the Saints kicked a field goal. So it was 6-3. The Chargers played pretty well from what I saw, and then somehow just melted down completely. And what makes this worse, Jack, is they were playing the Saints. They're playing Drew Brees, who used to be a Charger way back before they fired him, and he went to New Orleans and won a Super Bowl. So it just hurts a little extra bad. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that your team sucks.
Me too. Damn it. Why is it doing that? Now, Jack, whoops. Stop it. Why is this? Don't look at the screen for a second if you do have epilepsy thing. I know there's people in the audience. Until I get this figured out, don't look at the screen for a minute. Okay, it's fixed this time. I did turn it down because it's really loud. So let's see how the volume is.
In North Carolina really stays
not bad. Slightly loud, but it's tolerable.
Slightly loud. We'll turn it down just a tick more. There we go. This is Jimmy Acosta, the White House news correspondent for CNN. I want you to listen to what he says here.
It should be in the bag for President Trump right now. That's an indication as to how much trouble he's in politically right now, Wolf. And as this crowd is chanting that there are members of the press here who suck, I should also point out, Wolf, what also sucks, getting the coronavirus.
For the record, they were specifically chanting CNN sucks. He changes it to members of the media who suck. Yeah, you, Jim.
At least he can admit it.
But he doesn't go, we don't suck. What he says...
Also point out, Wolf,
should also point out...
Also sucks.
What also sucks.
So he admits they suck.
What also sucks. I laughed so fucking hard when I heard this today. I was like,
an idiot.
He doesn't even know what he says, does he? He didn't even catch what he said right there.
Oh, it's probably a Freudian slip. He knows he sucks. He just doesn't want to admit it. And he loves himself so fucking much.
I love that that's why the title is what it is, just to get it onto Twitter again, because I've hit him with this twice already today. Not that he's listening to me, of course, but any chance to tell Jim Acosta he sucks, I take it, because he does suck. And that's all I really wanted to say about that topic. Because there's not much more to say other than, yeah, they suck.
Well, did you see the other Acosta thing that was out floating on the Twitters today?
No, what else did he do?
Oh, he had his mask down while he was near people.
Oh, the picture. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah,
I think I have it somewhere.
Apparently, there's a couple of pictures. So,
yeah.
I thought that was funny.
This is him, Mr. Whine like a motherfucker because of Trump not having masks and people at the rally not having masks. Yeah. I mean, he has a mask here. It's just down under his chin, like his belly's down under his belt. Just saying. Yeah, he's a prick. I did want to talk about another couple of CNN personalities, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, well, CNN has a new narrative.
What?
Yes, they do. Is Pyrus here? Because it's his birthday as well. And if he is, we'll go ahead and sing to him, too, before I kick off on this next part. Because, well, oh, yeah, there's Pyrus. Pyrus, it was your birthday. I don't know if you want us to sing again, but if you do, let me know. We'll sing again. Because like I said, I only sing to people twice if they ask, you know. I feel like once is good, but if you want a second one, I'm happy to do it. It says, sure, sing. All right, Pyrus is for you, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pyrus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Pyrus. I hope you have a good one as well. Jake Tapper today.
Uh-oh.
Jake tries to be a good newsman, but he works for CNN, so he can't.
Yeah, he's not allowed. It's in their bylaws or something.
Yeah, it's against the law there. So today he came out and suggested that Donald Trump doesn't care about the people who support him because he had a rally and obviously he wants them to all get sick and die.
What?
Yeah. Well, he's not the only one on CNN who's taken up this mantle, Jack. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, Jesus. Of course.
Puberty beard here, who's finally starting to get some the hormone treatments finally starting to work.
Oh, good for him.
Dude, you're actually at the studio. Shave or don't, but this missed little patch and that I kind of have a mustache thing going on here. Fix that.
Look, he's trying to grow a beard. He's trying really hard.
My first beard, brought to you by anabolic steroids. All right.
Allegedly.
No, I didn't say he was using them. I said that's who makes my first beard.
Oh, their sponsor. I see.
Yeah, it's a sponsor. It's not him.
Side effects may include roid rage.
Yeah. His neck is wider than his head because of vitamins, you guys. Fuck you, dude. Take me to court. I ain't got nothing for you to win.
I bet you'd find some interesting stuff in Discovery.
I'm betting I would. Be like, all right, bitch, let's test your cells. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right or wrong on this. So, well, first let's check volume. Could you hear that at all?
I didn't hear a damn thing.
Damn it. Do. Having some problems with this. All right.
Trump was in Florida tonight.
Pretty quiet, but yeah, I heard it that time.
You can turn him back up.
State with more than 5,000 new cases.
There you go. Yeah.
Look at this man. Shave, motherfucker. Him and his wife role-playing some Don Juan shit. He just watched Don Juan DeMarco, and now he wants to be Johnny Depp. Okay.
Aim high, I guess.
Trump offers to give MAGA crowd a big fat kiss in return to trail after COVID-19 diagnosis. You know what I love about this? They keep talking after his diagnosis. They don't keep talking. None of them are mentioning after he's been cleared by doctors.
Yeah, why would they want to do that? That defeats the narrative.
Or after he's tested negative.
I don't trust CNN to do anything honestly.
Me neither. But old Chrissy here, he's got some stuff to talk about.
Just this past weekend. And he's heading to several other states this week that are also struggling in this pandemic. And he's doing it for one very obvious, if odious, reason.
It's an election season, and this is how you campaign. Do you think that's going to be his answer?
No.
Let's see.
He believes this is good for him and his campaign. That's what he thinks.
You're going to get hit for that music.
Sure, is that he is creating risk
probably.
for the
It's
people
okay.
who care most about him in this country everywhere he goes.
Did you catch what he just said there? He is catching, or he is, what was this exact word? He's making it risky for the people who care most about him everywhere he goes.
I don't know how people are making the voluntary choice to attend these events. And Trump's been cleared of having of being able to spread the disease.
Do you remember?
Probably not.
And it's a long time ago, so you might have to jog your memory a little bit. That this little fucktard had the COVID?
Yeah, when he went out to his second property and the outdoor grilling, I remember those events. Yes.
Yeah, that this little fucknut was, well, putting his family at risk.
Did they all end up catching the COVID?
At least his wife did. I don't know if the kids ever did or not. But you want to talk about putting the people you love most at risk. Wouldn't it be your family? Certainly your children. I think it's telling that Chris here thinks an audience is what would love you more than anyone else in the world. Not your family. Because, and in fairness, his family may hate him. I mean, they have to live with his ass.
That's true.
This is a man that during his COVID time had one of his children film him making sauce. Do you guys remember this?
There's a Don Lemon joke in there somewhere.
Indeed. But yeah, had one of his children filming him as he that's what was so important for Chris, was to go make the sauce. Not to maybe change the direction of the country. No. For Chris, it was just about making sauce. And he put his fucking kid at risk. His kid's right there filming him. He's not even wearing a mask as he's being filmed. And you're going to give the president shit for going. Is the president close to any of those people? Now, Trump did make a joke about how he's better. They tell him he can't get it again, so he'd be willing to go into the audience and kiss any man and beautiful woman that was there. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that. Apparently they have problems with bisexual presidents.
I guess. It sounded very homophobic. And the fact that the president cracked a joke seems to have just... They can't take humor. So it's a humor, and he made a joke about kissing people. I don't understand how they can take every single thing that is clearly a joke and twist it into something negative and perverse. Grow up, you babies.
Well, in fairness, I want to point out that bisexual joke isn't mine. I saw it on Twitter, and the person who made it, somebody else actually shot back at them, all offended.
Oh, of course.
At how dare you make such a joke? Except for it wasn't how dare you make such a joke. It was how dare you? How dare you?
Of course it was.
Yeah.
How absolutely dare you? Oh my God.
Chris Eliza, maybe you're not the right person to talk about Donald Trump putting loved ones at risk.
Wasn't that Cuomo?
Oh, sorry. Who did I say?
Saliza.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Saliza was the other one. So Chris Cuomo, how dare you? Chris Saliza, he's the one that when Donald Trump said that, he tweeted it out. And he's like, well, there's that. Like, what's wrong with it, Chris?
These babies. And you know what? I think Fredo there would be more upset that you compared him to Chris Cillizza.
Probably. He don't give a fuck about his family.
No, apparently not.
And for anybody like, you can't say that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can. Because if you believe all of the bullshit, not just about how dangerous COVID is, but how very sick Chris was. And the fact that him coming up those basement stairs at the end of his quarantine obviously wasn't the only time he'd been up those stairs. The Easter Sunday thing, how the fuck do you think he got to that other property? It was in a car with his wife and kids.
Yep.
And so if he's going to be up here and, Mr. President, you're putting the people who love you the most at risk. Bitch, you were in a car with him. You were in your kitchen with them, cooking for them. You nasty prick.
Probably coughing in their food.
Probably. Except for the fact, I mean, the only time he coughed was when somebody reminded him he had COVID. And he go, oh, shit, I got a cough. So either I can go with my belief that he really didn't have the fucking disease. 2, he didn't have it as bad as people thought. Or he was trying to kill his family.
Why not all of them?
Why not all 3?
Yeah, maybe there's an insurance policy we don't know about.
Of all the people, Chris Cuomo to come out and talk about this. Jake Tapper wants to say something about that. All right, we don't know about him trying to kill his family. Even if Chris Cillizza wanted to come out and say, we don't know anything about him trying to kill his family. By this measure, Chris Cuomo was trying to kill his family.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Chris, shut the fuck up. That goes for all Chris's who work at CNN. I just thought it was great, man. I was like, oh, wow, he actually said that, didn't he? Chris, we saw what you did, shithead. You recorded it and you played it, dumbass. You talked to your brother about it. Anyhow, moving along. Joe Biden has said he is not a fan of packing the court. Before, when he said he was, shit, did everything just freeze? No, okay. Before, when he said that, he's not going to answer that, he was asked about it again. And again, he gave a non-answer, really. He's
really good at those non-answers.
We'll get to one of his real answers in a minute. But he said he's not a fan of it, but it'll be something they'll revisit after the election. He said he's a fan of winning, Jack. Well, what exactly does that mean when you're talking about packing the court, Joe?
That sounds a lot like I'm going to pack the court so I win all the time.
Don't it? Seems a little bit like that's what he's getting at. And again, you know what? If they want to try it, that's fine. I still think it should be, if they're going to put more people on the bench, it needs to be after the next presidential election. Anytime they add seats, it should be at least 4 years away and after whatever the next presidential election is, so that it can't be something that's to try to do what Roosevelt tried to do,
Yeah.
Give the people a chance to vote on whether or not they want to add to the court. That should be a campaign issue, not just some shit that they do because they're a bunch of whiny fucking babies who lost. I hate how childish it. Look, I know politics gets childish and I enjoy some of it, but there's times like this where it's like, well, we're just going to change the rules then. Changing the rules because you lost is a bitch move.
Absolutely.
It is a bitch move. It's not even childish. It's just bitch. Anyhow, moving along. Where is that Biden one? Let's go ahead and visit Biden, shall we?
Check the side chat. I got the two videos up.
Oh, what do we got here?
That's the two videos from today of him.
Of Biden?
Yeah, the first two links.
Oh, the first two. Damn it.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me the first two. There's 3 links there, so don't laugh at that. How dare you?
I'll laugh at all I want.
All right. Man, why are these so loud tonight? Do I have my volume up? No. Huh.
It's just the way Twitter works, dude. If these aren't the right ones, I mean, obviously, move on to what you were looking for.
Oh, yeah, we will. But this one is worth watching. The first one, I saw Sin had tweeted this one out. Real quick, though, I just heard a ding. What am I dinging now? TikTok teens, thank you. We hate Trump so much we raised $16K for the GOP to own the GOP. Have you heard of us? Yes. Yeah, we can get into that in a little bit too. That was remember when the Democrats went and got all the seats for the one Trump rally?
Yeah.
Well, they tried doing that again, and they put a dollar limit on it, and these fucking morons raised it was 15,000 and some change buying fake tickets to a Trump event. Non-refundable.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Yeah, it was a story we did on Lords of the Night. We can revisit that in a moment. Okay, here's Joe. Now, in fairness, this one's a slip of the tongue.
Television. These white supremacists, Nazi sympathizers, carrying Nazi flags.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yep. I thought the camera work was good. We have to comment on the video.
The turn it sideways, you jackass.
Nobody ever does that. Just landscape mode, people.
What was he doing with his hands? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Spasming. I think he was elbow fast while he was covering his face. I think he couldn't see the audience.
Maybe, yeah, keeping light out of his eyes.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's
he couldn't see the audience because there's nobody there.
Well, he's still got to look, so he's got to try really hard. Or he thought he was simulating binoculars, like a little kid does.
This is the other one that I'd heard about, but I hadn't actually seen. But no, neither of these are the ones that I wanted to talk about. We'll get to that one in a moment.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Those were the big ones going all around.
Mine is more something most people wouldn't catch. So, and not like I'm so smart. These are the obvious ones. We'll get to the other one in a minute.
I can't hear anything.
Damn it. Okay. I'm going to have to reach out to them because I've been clicking share audio. Here we go again.
We have to come together. That's why I'm
Can you hear it?
Uh-huh.
Proud Democrat for the Senate. We have to come together. That's why.
Now, I haven't seen the rest of this. And Satsu tells me that if you watch more of it, that it makes sense. You can understand what he was trying to say. He still fucked it up, but you can see what he's trying to say. But even with that, it's not the first time he said he's running for the Senate.
No, every time he does that, I keep thinking, somebody check the refrigerator for his keys.
Corey, thank you. Biden vision, looking for young girls to sniff. Well, in fairness, they don't have to be young. He sniffs and feels up women of all ages.
He just seems to get caught more with the younger ones.
He just gets more of his hair back on top if they're young.
Yeah. He's a hair vampire, I'm telling you.
Yeah. And he's been going bald since they've been keeping him away from him. Now, where is that little clip.
Yeah, both of those we just watched were from today.
Now, this one, I'm not sure the date on it, and I wish I did know. But this is an important one. Da, 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 da. All right. It's Joe Biden talking. Tell me if you can hear this shit.
When I first got elected.
Yeah, whoa, that's loud.
All right. Fucking Twitter.
When I first got elected.
Yeah,
better?
Yeah.
All right. He said, when I first got elected, let's pick it up there.
To the United States Senate, I was 29. I was in Washington and interviewing for staff using Senator Kennedy's whip office. And I got a phone when I first got.
Problem there. So when he first got to Congress, he wasn't using Senator Kennedy's whip office. You know whose office he was using? Senator Robert Byrd.
Oh, wow. That's a big mistake to make.
That's a huge mistake to make. Except for, I don't think it was a mistake.
I don't think that was a mistake either.
I think that was a flat out lie. I think it's easier to ask or answer questions of why were you using Kennedy's office than why was you hanging out with that, well, racist.
Yeah. Well,
I love that you actually have to argue with people that Robert Byrd was racist. What part of Democrat from West Virginia are you missing?
Well, that's the thing. It's all apologetics now. Like, oh no, he wasn't a racist. He was trying to infiltrate and change him from within. I've heard that one too.
For real?
Yeah.
Byrd's own excuse was that he was anti-communist and they were the anti-communist group. That's why they used to go, hang Negroes. That'll show them commies. Hang a Negro. Fucking assholes. Did anybody bought that shit? I wish Byrd had lived long enough to see 2020.
He would have loved it.
There's parts of it he would love, but I would like to see that asshole canceled the way he deserved it.
Yeah. Oh, they'd make excuses for
him. If ever you can look at somebody and go, you know what? You probably don't have the right decision making to be in the United States Senate. It's somebody who joined the Klan and their own reasoning is that they did it because they were anti-communist. Like, you didn't see all the, literature about African Americans, all the anti-Jew hate you didn't catch any of that, huh? It was just, you just caught that they were strongly anti-commie.
Well, he's strongly anti-commie, so.
Yeah, see, that's not one that people are going to pick up on very much because it's a little more political. You have to know who he did that with. And I'm not going to claim I did. Somebody else had pointed out, I'm like, ooh, bad. But that one's far more important to me than the other two.
Yeah.
Because one, Joe still thinks he's in the Senate. He's told us before that he was running for the United States Senate.
That's probably a job he could win.
Probably. And the other one, it was a slip of the tongue, a horrific slip of the tongue. Funny, but yeah. At least in neither one of those did he actually fucking lie about his own history. I got into an argument with people today about Joe Biden being a liar.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And of course, none of them actually addressed him being a liar. One person shot back with, there's no proof of that or something stupid. Almost everyone else either came at me personally or attacked Donald Trump. I'm like, okay, look, time out. You can call Trump a liar if you want to. That's fine. I don't care. Really don't give a shit. But we're talking about Biden being a liar right now. In the one where people were telling me Trump was a liar in one of those, somebody asked him, okay, name a lie. And the person said that he had told people to use bleach, and they came back and said, no, he didn't. And they go, well, he said disinfectant. And the guy's like, no, that never happened. And the guy actually said, I saw it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own ears. I'm like, no, you didn't.
From CNN.
No, you didn't. That's an absolute fucking lie.
Yep.
You're up here bitching about somebody lying, and you are lying through your teeth. You never watched that ever once because it didn't happen. He was talking to the doctors that were just off the stage there, and he was saying it was interesting if it would be something we could look into. He never told anyone to do it. I can play the fucking clip. I did link it to him, although I doubt they'll ever actually watch it. Like, that's not something he said. You're a fucking liar. How can you be so offended at somebody lying when you're lying? Hypocrite.
It's a lie, and only in the sense that you're wrong. Orange Man's bad.
Saw this one today. This was actually not too long before we went to. It was right before I think I did my last stream. Chick said my dad supported him. Talking about. Okay, D. Ray McKesson. You know who he is?
That name sounds familiar.
Black activist. And I'll explain a little bit more about him in just a second. So we'll come back to her in a minute. Do I have the other part of this? Yeah, no. D. Ray McKesson, he tweeted this out. I'm still floored by black men still supporting Trump. I just don't get it. And I may have tweeted at him that he was confused by characters in Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that guy. Blue vest guy?
Blue vest guy. That's D. Ray McKesson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
He is an idiot. He is. And him being confused is not, well, confusing at all. But this other chick responded to him. My dad supported him. It's a combo of Fox News and thinking he's a master businessman. The not denouncing white supremacy finally opened my dad's eyes, along with talks from me, my brothers, and my aunties. Like, wait a minute. Your dad finally gave up on Trump because he didn't denounce white supremacy.
Which he's done so many times.
Going all the way back to 2017. And beyond, I believe.
Probably.
But just in his career as a president, going back to 2017. Like, guys, do you pay no attention at all? And you're going to sit there like, well, Fox News. I'm fairly certain Fox News would have told you he absolutely did it.
Yeah. Even Chris Wallace had him do it.
It's, yeah. He did it up on the debate stage. Will you be willing to denounce white supremacy? Sure. Said it right there. Couldn't even get the whole question out. But apparently, that was enough. That was enough to do it. What was Kamala bitching about here? Oh, I don't care about her. Oh, so to the that story, because I tweeted this at AOC because that dumb cunt. Oh, whoops! I said the C word. Sorry, YouTube. You guys didn't give me the thing to ask if I was going to say it, because I would have said maybe, because I knew I was going to talk about AOC tonight. When that whole thing happened with the Trump rally where the trolls got all the seats, she tweeted it out. Haha, you've seen how the trolls work. They got you. Haha. Some stupid shit like that. Well, in this case, Staten Island GOP turns tables on Trump-hating teens. And, thank you, Frank. Biden's lies don't matter. He's morally better, and morally right is better than factually right. Don't you know? Well, yeah, we're talking about Miss Factually Right here. Here it is. They started to notice that the tickets were being bought up by weird groups. Like a whole bunch of people named Ruth Bader Ginsburg were snatching up tickets. Don't you hate this orange bitch as much as I do? The teen asks in a 51-second video. It turns out that Trump is having a rally in Staten Island. So what I did was I reserved myself 2 seats, but I'm pretty sure that I have something else to do that day, she says gleefully. So do what you want with this information. And then there are other people doing it. As in Tulsa, the trolls' goal was to snatch up as many tickets as possible so that the event would become a sea of no-shows. Trump foes, led by Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, preened when the president's first post-lockdown campaign rally in June was an attendance bust. Quote, "You just got rocked by teens on TikTok who flooded the Trump campaign with fake ticket reservations," AOC tweeted. "Y'all make me so proud." To deter the troublemakers, they added a $5 non-refundable fee to the online sign-up. But they kept coming. From Colorado to California and Chicago and Houston, all over the country. By the time of the October 3rd rally, in a commercial parking lot on the South Shore, the Trump haters had shelled out $15,785 to buy more than 3,000 vouchers they had no intention of using. They hate this president so much that they're willing to donate to the Republican Party to troll him. And the thousands of Trump-hating no-shows were barely missed. No seats were provided at the open-air rally, and the event drew 2,500 locals who filmed a get-well message for the president.
Idiots.
Yeah.
I think Pat succinctly summed it up. Way to go, dumbasses.
Yeah, so I reached out to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez asking her why she's not promoting this. I feel like those guys, they shelled out $15,000. If those other people deserved a kudos for not showing up, these people definitely do.
Yeah.
I mean, these people were dedicated to the cause.
The GOP should send them little certificates of appreciation.
They should send them official dumbass awards. Pat says, send me that story. Be happy to, my friend. Hang on, let me bring it back up here. I'll just toss it in the chat if you're okay with that. There you go. Yeah, fucking morons. How dumb do you have to be? Look,
apparently pretty damn dumb.
I will troll the shit out of liberals and Democrats. I ain't paying nobody money to do it. Okay, this is a story we haven't talked about much. And there's a reason I haven't talked about it. It's because there's still so much in flux right now. I don't know who shot whom, and well, we know who the shooter was now, but I don't know which side each person is on. But Denver Patriot rally shooting suspect, not a licensed security guard. And that's an interesting thing because supposedly he was there. The Pinkertons had hired, I didn't even realize they were still around, were hired by TV9 out there, and they were supposed to be providing security for the camera folks and the on-air personality. And that's who this guy was supposedly part of when he shot the man there in Denver.
Yeah, not only was he not, because a lot of states do this where you have to be licensed to be a security guard, and then you're required to have an additional license to carry a firearm. He didn't have either one.
Yeah, he's going to jail for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah. They got him pretty well hammered on this one.
So, do we know, is the guy who got shot, was he actually a right-wing demonstrator?
No. Apparently, he's been at several Black Lives Matter rallies, including one that the Washington Post acknowledged he was at in Oakland County, Michigan.
Wait, time out. The guy who got shot or the shooter?
The shooter.
No, I'm talking about the guy who got shot. Let's do him first.
The guy who got shot was apparently part of the Patriot rally.
Okay, so they got it right about the right-wing person getting shot.
Yeah.
And this guy, I'd heard that he'd been seen at BLM rallies and stuff, and that's been at least confirmed by one paper.
Yeah, Washington Post said it in an article called "Accused Leader of Plot to Kidnap Michigan Governor was struggling financially." Apparently, in that article, it said something about this. I'll try and find. I think that's the article. But yeah, apparently this guy, the shooter, has some kind of connection. Oh, that's the wrong article. My bad. Apparently the shooter does have some kind of connection to Antifa type groups. He's not actually a member per se, but he's a supporter.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I thought, wasn't there something about like his I want to say Facebook, but it could be Twitter, about him supporting them?
Yeah. Yeah. So he's had some sort of affiliation with them tangentially. It doesn't sound like he goes to too much of the rallies. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. But he is in his social media apparently a supporter and has said things in the past and has some sort of affiliation with them, just not the writer type.
Yeah. So, well, you'll hear less and less about him as more and more information like that comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. This is quickly going away already, but the more information that comes out about him, the faster it's going to get disappeared.
Yeah. We got that one. I'm just going to bring this one up again. There's not much to it, but it's just funny for me. Ben Shapiro retweeted something from Brianna Wu today. And of course made a snarky comment because that's Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see it because I was blocked by Brianna Wu. As soon as her campaign ended and she could start blocking people again, she blocked me for consistently reminding people that she said we could throw a rock from the moon and destroy major cities.
Yeah, right.
Apparently, Brianna. What was Brianna's name before they became Brianna?
Wasn't it like Brandon or something like that?
Yeah, fair enough. I just thought she was an ugly woman. I didn't realize it was a trans woman.
I didn't know that either. I just assumed it was just a really ugly person.
Yeah, in fairness, you pass as a very fucking ugly woman, Brianna. But the idea that you could go to the moon, pick up a rock, hurl it at the earth, one, have good enough aim to account for the rotation of the earth and the moon, and hit a major city and destroy it. Well,
I'm reminded of a story or a sentence my dad always said: "Cannot smart a moron."
If you weren't extremely high when you came up with that idea, there's no excuse. The fact that you said it out loud to other people in a serious manner. T Wolf says, to be fair, if it was a big enough rock. You're not weightless on the moon. Rocks aren't weightless on the moon. And anything you could pick up and throw at the earth, you are not picking up a chunk of the moon the size of Rhode Island. Anything she would have thrown would have burned up in our atmosphere. And again, you would have to have some really good geometry going on there. You know, because the earth moves and the moon moves and they both spin.
There's a lot of moving going on in this.
Yeah. But yeah, she blocked me for reminding people she said that. How fucked up is that? I didn't say it, moron. You did. Can't wait till she runs for office again. She has to unblock me. What is this one here? I don't care about that one. I don't care about Cory Booker. Scott Dworkin, that weird little troll thing. He tweeted out today, Senator Hirono wore an RBG mask to Barrett's hearing. Amazing. And so far, nobody's been ever able to tell me what amazing means in that sentence. Was it, I mean, if it was meant kind of as a fuck you to somebody, I guess, but even then, it's not that amazing. It's just kind of silly.
Yeah.
But there's nothing amazing about it. She wore a mask with a dead woman on it. But my favorite part of this tweet is that when I tweeted it out asking people what was amazing. Let me find the exact one here. Somebody finished the sentence, said, "Ingly stupid." That was cut off for some reason. So amazingly stupid. To which I'm assuming it's a Democrat, liberal moron, said, "Wow, she wore a mask. No one else is doing that." So I linked them the part of the hearing today where Hirono was talking. None of them are wearing masks when they're talking. Literally none of them. So stop it.
My whole thing about that was I thought the RBG on the mask looked like a South Park drawing.
It does. For those of you who haven't seen it, we'll put it on the screen right now. It looks like, especially like an early season South Park. Like if they had Ruth Bader Ginsburg in season 1.
Yeah, made out of like the cardboard cutouts they just took photographs of. Yeah.
But this woman's an idiot, and she should probably get whatever this is checked out. That does not look good, lady.
Yeah.
Man, we might have just diagnosed cancer for her. Go to the hospital.
Maybe it's a hickey from her husband or boy toy or whatever.
Oh, maybe that's from Schumer.
Ew.
Yeah. He calls her his Asian butter.
What if Nadler got in on that? He was like, hello.
Oh, yeah. She spreads so smooth for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Asian butter right there, y'all. What else is going on today?
The Michigan governor got smacked down again?
I did. The Supreme Court of Michigan, my moronic governor, after being told that her power grab that should have ended April 30th was unconstitutional, even though they gave her, what is it, until the 21st, I think it is, to, well, keep being a criminal. She asked them to look at it again and give her more time. And they told her to go fuck herself. That's as deep as it gets. It's
but
still cool.
It was fun to watch her get smacked down a little harder.
It is.
No, knock that shit off now.
Have you seen those things, how it started, how it's going?
I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw a couple of those today.
This is one of my favorite ones I've seen. How it started, this is Senator Harry Reid. Thanks to all of you who encouraged me to consider filibuster reform. It had to be done. It's talking about when he decided to implement the nuclear option, and this is how it's going.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people just don't have foresight.
How come the Democrats can't find a pretty smart woman like Barrett? There's got to be some.
No, the leftyism makes them turn really weird and ugly.
Oh, is that what that splotch was on Maisie's neck? That's the leftyism?
It might be. It is a sort of infection. A cancerous growth called communism.
Yeah. I hate these people.
So I'm doing some looking now. That the shooter The police are saying he doesn't have an affiliation with Antifa, but the way it's worded makes it sound like he's not affiliated with that group that's there.
Well, it was interesting to me that they came out so quickly to tell us he wasn't affiliated with them.
Yeah, because they knew exactly how that would play out. They're trying real hard to downplay this whole thing. I think you're going to see it disappear from the press around the time something about his background really does come out, because there's a lot of speculation. And that's what it looks like it is. I was a little bit wrong earlier. There's a lot of speculation that he's got ties to these groups through rallies and stuff like that, but he's not related to the group that was in Denver that day.
Okay.
I know that's splitting hairs, but that seems like how it's worded to me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to clarify that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad you did. No, I was just, something else caught my eye over here that I'll have to deal with later. I hate stupid. Now, Jack, I actually want to get into some stuff you put up on the Twitter today. One specifically that I saw. Hang on, I got to go to Jack's Twitter, y'all. There's a couple of them you had up there that I saw, but this one in particular, I don't have the words. For those of you who don't know, this is Ted Wheeler. This is Sarah, I forget her last name.
Crazy Pants.
Who's running against him for mayor out there in Portland.
She is the one that had Chairman Mao and Che Guevara on her skirt.
Yes, and who's openly pro-Antifa. And this is an exchange they had, I'm guessing, during a debate.
Yeah, they did I think it was on Zoom.
Yeah, you can hear like somebody's cat or dog in the background at one point.
Yeah, I think it's Ted Wheeler's dog. Dangerous pointed out that maybe Harry Potter on the left.
No Scar. All right.
Just emotional ones.
Just emotional ones from Daddy not coming to her recital. This starts off with Ted Wheeler talking.
The reason that the business community...
Too low, too high?
It's a little it's the audio on the thing. It's fine. It's just, it sounds like he's distant because he doesn't understand how to use a fucking Zoom or Skype call.
Sarah, the reason that
Better?
the business community...
Yes. All right. So, Sarah, the reason the business community, and here we go.
And others in neighborhoods don't trust you, and the reason they're concerned about you is you've equivocated on where you stand with regard to violence. You declared that you are in...
Time out. Back up.
There's a lot of contradictions in this. Like, self-awareness level 0.
Ted Wheeler just said to somebody that businesses don't trust her because she has equivocated on violence. This motherfucker who went up there and said he didn't see any reason for the feds to have maced people when he is standing next to an arson fire.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Look, this guy has apologized for everything BLM and Antifa have done in his city. He has hamstrung the cops for 4 months now. And his DA has dismissed thousands of cases against these people who are burning and looting their city constantly. It's insane. And he's calling someone out for being worse than him.
Now, she may be worse than him. I don't know. Well, we'd have to see her be elected and see what happens. But Ted's got zero room to talk. Ted was just asking the feds to please take back their deputization of the police in his city because it allows them to actually do their job.
Yep. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, remember, if you look at the screen, this is only 14 seconds into 2 minutes and 17.
Antifa. You once tweeted, Antifa gang members are taking over the hood, getting wild in Southeast. And you gave that 2 heart emojis and a raised fist. And then as Dave said, you weren't willing to condemn violence. As a mayor, I want to be clear, I absolutely denounce violence and
He denounces violence by the rioting cops.
The only time I've ever seen this man denounce violence, and I'm being deadly serious here, was when he said that Antifa, he didn't even mention them by name at the time. He just said the protesters were trying to lock police into a building and set them on fire, and that they should stop because it was going to help Donald Trump.
Yeah. I would be willing to bet the only reason he denounced it then was the cops said, if you don't denounce it, we're walking off the job.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was he honestly believes that it would help Trump, and he's right. I think if he didn't think it was going to help Trump, he wouldn't have said anything, just like he never said a fucking word about it happening at the federal building.
No, because he didn't care. He doesn't care if these officers die. The guy's a piece of shit. And he didn't care about any of this until they started trying to get into his building. And even then, he gives them incredible latitude on what they can and can't do.
This man, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here that we're looking at, his name is Ted Wheeler, and he's a cunt.
vandalism, and people who've committed violence or vandalism under the name of Antifa or any other group. And as mayor of a U.S. city, you should never equivocate, you should never waver, and you should absolutely uniformly condemn violence and criminal destruction.
If I didn't know who he was, I'd be like, hell yeah, exactly. The problem is I know who he is.
Yeah.
I know that everything he just said is bullshit to him.
Yeah, it's all stuff that he's allowed to happen in the city. And he's lecturing somebody who's at least as bad as he is. Probably a little worse. But you have no moral high ground here, Ted. You've allowed this stuff to go on in your city for 4 months.
Now the Sorcerer's Stone is about to talk to us. All right, tell us, Dobby, what's your side?
He has not enforced the law equally. That is why we do not see a Night to the Endley protests. And when I say that I oppose fascism, that is a perfectly reasonable position in 2020.
One of those things isn't like the other. Okay. She's right. He's allowed this stuff to go on. And it is good. You know, it is reasonable to be against fascism every year. Every year. It's reasonable to be against fascism. You're only talking about it because it's fashionable. Because a whole bunch of people who don't know what fascism is are out there talking about fascism.
Yep.
Vice President Joe Biden talked about it in his debate. We cannot have any leeway for white nationalist incursion in our city.
White nationalists and fascists are not the same thing.
They're also not in Portland.
They're not even close to Portland.
No.
The closest you'll come to a white nationalist in Portland is a racist Antifa person yelling slurs at a black cop.
Yeah. And how many times have we seen that?
Way too many.
And
Sarah, all of us agree with that. All of us oppose fascism.
then why are you leaning into
totalitarian.
right-wing dog whistles against me that bring
Well,
hateful
you're-
attacks my way? I get death threats
All right,
whenever you do
Mayor Wheeler,
that.
you get a chance to respond to that.
She gets death threats whenever he does that, you guys.
Because he's an evil penis haver.
Whenever he uses those dog whistles. What dog whistle? Has he come out and said that he's for fascism?
No, but it's tacit endorsement or some nonsense.
Sweetie, don't make me defend Ted Wheeler.
Right? Nobody wants to do that. It'll make us feel dirty, and you'll be feeling left unsatisfied and angry.
I'd just like to look at her and tell her to shut her jowls.
And then I'm going to ask another question to jump back in.
This isn't about whether we oppose fascism. We all do. That's an Oregon value. That's an
American value.
Yeah.
You don't have any kind of license to it in Portland.
Well, you got to remember they have no idea what fascism really is.
They don't.
Portland value, and it's pretty clear. But what won't help is condoning vandalism. When you were asked point blank about arson in a building that was occupied.
Ted, arson in a building that was occupied by police officers, you didn't even have to be asked. You just offered that it was bad because it was going to help Trump. Not because arson's wrong, not because setting people on flame is on fire is wrong. This is going to help Trump.
Well, Orange Man is bad.
You referred to it, you basically wrote it off. You called it petty vandalism. And then when you were asked point blank, do you denounce the violence in this particular circumstance that was being perpetrated by
That was that dog whistle. Somebody heard it.
He's got a little yappy dog. Is Ted gay?
I don't know.
He's got a gay dog. I'm not, if he's gay, that's fine. I just didn't, I can't tell. He's kind of got the Hitler Youth haircut.
Yeah.
The George Michael beard. Whatever the fuck's going on with his shirt here. I can't tell if he's like, and I don't care. Like I said, I don't care, but his little dog makes me think he might be gay.
By Antifa, you said peaceful protest might not go far enough. And so that's the kind of equivocation, the kind of wavering on a fundamental value that leaves people concerned. I've been very clear.
Mayor,
and that's the end. Jack?
Yes, sir.
You've been following this for a few months with me.
For way too fucking long.
Has Ted Wheeler been absolutely clear that violence is wrong?
Nope. Not even close.
Huh.
If anything, it's the opposite. He appears to endorse a lot of the violence by going out and hanging out with the protesters. And by limiting what the police can do to stop these riots, because that's what they are, they're riots. So it looks like he sides with Antifa more than the police department, which he's the commissioner for. And I wouldn't be surprised if this keeps up, that the cops just stop doing anything.
Well, to him and his law and order stance he seems to be trying to take here, I want to bring up another video. This one we don't have to have the volume on for because it's just nonsense in the background. But this here, this is a statue from Antifa.
Oh, dude, when I saw this today, I laughed so fucking hard. You have no idea.
This is a statue of what they call an elk. And we'll just play the video. We can just let it play over and over again. I got to silence it so I'm not listening to it. You'll notice it's made out of trash.
Of course it is. It's Slab City at monument making. This is where one of I think it's the Lincoln statue that they tore down the other day was at. They built this here.
No. This one is where the Oregon Trail statue was.
No, that's a different one because that one doesn't have all the boxes and shit around it.
All the boxes and shit.
The pallets. That's a different statue where the old elk statue used to be.
No. Not the one with the mom, the dad, and the wagon wheel.
Oh. I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, and I know, well, okay, I'm guessing it's that one because Andy Noah tweeted this out, and he says, the previous bronze elk statue was set on fire and severely damaged. Oh, okay, I read that part wrong. But he says, after tearing down centuries-old bronze statues of Lincoln and Roosevelt, Antifa built their own statue in downtown Portland. Either way, bringing this up, because they had to take down the Oregon Trail statue. They had to take down the elk statue.
Mm-hmm.
They tore down the Lincoln and Roosevelt statues. This is all on Ted's watch.
Yeah. And instead of putting up the Roosevelt and Lincoln statues that were torn down, they just hauled them away.
Yeah.
And did you see the interview with one of the organizers of that event who helped tear them down?
No.
It's the third link in the side chat. This guy's a piece of shit. And this really pissed me off when I saw it.
Let's see. Where's dumbass here?
Yeah, Pat's right. He said idol worship is a huge sin. This does start to look like idolatry because they're building these weird, creepy, nightmarish version of Dark Crystal creatures.
Yeah.
Like, I expect a Gelfling to come running by it at any point in fear.
No.
And this would be a good time to tell everyone that we are brought to you by you. If you'd like to help support us finding this insanity that pisses us off, links have been dropped in the side chat, and you can toss us some shekels if you can afford it, or support us on Patreon. Links are in the description, as well as our Teespring stores.
And if they have enough wood in Portland to build an elk, you have $5.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have $5 to give us. We're just telling you, you have $5. It's probably in your house somewhere. It's probably in your jeans. You forgot you left it there.
Yeah, check your laundry. Check your roommate's laundry.
Yeah. It's probably in their wallet.
Yeah, obviously they didn't. They're not sharing, the capitalist swines.
Okay, this is the it says one of the leaders of the protest from the night that the statues got torn down of Roosevelt and Lincoln.
Yeah.
This guy just looks like a douchebag.
Oh yeah, just wait till you hear it.
Wait, is that a dude?
That's a dude.
And not I take testosterone dude, an actual dude?
I'm pretty sure it's an actual dude.
Okay. He's got girly eyes, is all I'm saying.
Yes, he does.
What you guys were out here protesting today?
So we're protesting for the removal of the Columbus statue. It's immediate removal, not...
Oh, did I get that wrong again? Damn it.
No, you're right. Well, this is the one you sent.
Yeah, I think I got the wrong video. That's all right. This one's relevant too.
Okay, because he said Columbus.
Yeah, that was the Christopher Columbus statue. Sorry.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Does it say Pittsburgh on there? Oh, yeah, it does.
My bad. I am way off my game today. This is just as annoying, though. It's the same mentality.
If you guys would give us that $5 you found, we might be able to get a producer.
No, we couldn't.
I'm not saying we're gonna. I said we might be able to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you. I saw something today that made me laugh because there's some people, I forget where it was, they're not celebrating Columbus Day. Instead, they're celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, that's what the confusion was on my end, because both these events were because of Indigenous Peoples Day, and that's why they tore down the statues in of Roosevelt and Lincoln, because
Yeah.
it was that Indigenous Days of Rage.
Well, here's my question. What exactly are we celebrating on Indigenous Peoples Day? Is it just that they exist?
Yeah, or failure. I'm not sure which.
Like yay, brown people.
Yeah, it's so pandering. That's why it's so tiresome. Like, you are only doing this because they are filling a minority quota. It's not because you think they did interesting things or they had an awesome mythology or anything like that. You're just like, brown people, we love you.
We celebrate Black History Month, not Black Month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This isn't Indigenous Peoples History Day. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. That's fucking retarded. What you really mean to say is you're celebrating fuck Christopher Columbus Day.
Yeah, because he's an evil colonizer, even though he just was looking for a trade route.
Yeah, fuck off. It's not Columbus's fault that Indians didn't fight harder.
Or that a plague wiped out a whole massive amount of people well before he got there.
Yeah, look.
Look it up.
It sucks. Were they treated horribly? Sometimes, yeah. Not all the time, by the way. Hashtag not all. We just gave them, half of Wyoming? Or Oklahoma. Yeah. So, I mean, shut up. I'm tired of hearing about it. They should have fought better.
Yeah, they didn't have the technology. They didn't have the resistance to diseases. Germ theory wasn't even a thing. So when they gave them blankets, they didn't know it would make them sick necessarily.
If you go back throughout the history of the world, when there's been conquests, people were just taken over, rolled into the next thing that happened to come along. I don't feel bad for what happened to Indians. I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago and nobody alive was there. If they are, they're a dirty vampire and you should watch out for them because they're going to drink your blood or sniff your hair.
And that's why they pulled down the Lincoln statue. He's a vampire hunter.
I know. They'd hate vampire hunters. So obviously the filthy vampire contingent got involved in this. So be aware, everybody. And this is all just a distraction to keep us from building the wall to keep the chupacabras out.
Yes, it is. I really don't give a fuck about what happened way back then. And I'm not sorry that whether he deserves the credit or not, I'm not sorry Columbus found America. I'm happy he did.
Yeah.
If he didn't, I would have been born in some shithole. I'd probably been born in Ireland. You know what? I would have either been born in Ireland or in tribal America. Neither one of those sounds like something I want to do. I am not the biggest fan of boiled food.
Ugh.
And I am not a big fan of nothing but corn and moving a lot.
Yeah, and dying of random diseases.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have actual medicine. Look, America has done a lot for the world. Suck it up. You don't have to like it. You can move. I'm so tired of this crap.
So am I. I'm happy with where we are. And does that mean we stepped on people on the way here? Yeah. And it sucks.
Every group of people has done that. That's how you survived in a lot of places.
We could have done worse. We could have wiped them the fuck out.
Yeah.
We just wiped them the fuck out. And we didn't. That doesn't mean we didn't fuck them over a few times. But we had the means.
Yeah, there's bad people everywhere in every time period. This weird obsession with the so-called crimes of America is just, it's ridiculous and it's very, very old now. I'm very tired of it. If you don't like it here, go live in a shitty country that you think is your communist utopia or whatever. Stop trying to make us all suffer because you're angry about something.
Go back to your original country, white woman.
Yeah, why are so many people trying to get here?
There's a lot of the people who do this like, we were so bad. All right, well, take your ass back to wherever your ancestors are from Go back to Germany. Go back to Scandinavia. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. But this moron justifying tearing down the statue is just...
Well, yeah, let's get back to him because I'm going to get myself in a lot of trouble for that one. Get the fuck out. I do not care what happened to Indians. It was a long time ago, and it's over.
Yep.
But Monkey, they had, yeah, I know, horrible shit happened. Now they have casinos. Shut the fuck up. They have nice casinos too, Jack. You ever been to an Indian casino?
I've been to a few. They're great.
Fuck, man. They make Vegas look like Paupersville.
Right? And they're all lit up pretty, and yeah.
And they get the best acts to come in for their shows.
Yeah, they do.
Man. All right. Anyway, dumbass wants to get rid of Columbus.
This, like, you know, maybe in 3 weeks, maybe in a month or something like that, we'll get this down or cover it up and give it to the Italian American community. We want it to be removed immediately because it represents genocide and slavery.
It represents America, you motherfucker. It literally does. We talk about how he found America. Without him, our history has changed. So don't sit there. He represents. Nobody's out there celebrating Columbus. Yeah, he killed a bunch of people. Nobody, you prick.
Technically, he found like Bermuda, but
yeah,
the point still stands. Look, Columbus didn't encourage anyone to be like, let's just kill all the natives. That didn't happen.
Nope. But that's what they're going to tell us. So anyway.
And the only good thing that could happen with the statue is it's taken down, broken to pieces, and forgotten forever.
What do you mean to see this many people?
That's the only good thing that could be done with the statue, Jack.
Yeah, but he didn't want to. He said we can't wait for them to look at it and take it a few weeks to like look at the situation. No, it's got to be taken down right now because we said so. I don't like it, therefore it must be done. Fuck you.
I hate these little shits. Look at him. What is he? 20?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
It's so arrogant.
Yep.
That arrogance of it. Oh, real quick. Thank you, Frank, for the donation. Why are they mad whites took America and mad Jews reclaimed Jerusalem? Isn't that a contradiction of values? Yeah, but they're real big on contradictions.
In fairness, I mean, they bring up the whites, but like what he's talking about here with America, I mean, that's all of us right now. If you're American right now, you're a sinner in his eyes.
Yeah. You
white, black, Asian, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, it's original sin.
Yep.
No matter what you do, it'll never be enough to wash that sin away because of your evil white skin and your European heritage. It's so disgusting. Look, bad things were done in the past everywhere in the world. Get over it. You weren't there. It didn't affect you. Suck it the fuck up and be an adult. Stop this like, oh, it hurts me because this offends me. Fuck off. Society was a lot different back then. Life was different back then. That's the way things were done. They would laugh in your face if you said that to them now. I don't like how you went in and took land away from people. Yeah, so what's your point? That would be their reaction, or you're weird. Get out of here, freak.
Yep. You never hear him talking about like Mexico this way.
No. They don't talk about the crimes of China and what they're doing to the Uyghurs. For some reason, that's totally ignored.
You know what? This is some Canadian bullshit is what this shit is. Them and their, what do they call them up there?
First Peoples?
First Peoples. First Peoples. You mean the Chinese? You guys should be, you know what? Canadians, you little fuckers need to stop being so racist to the Chinese and start calling them what they are. They aren't First Peoples. They're Chinese.
Yeah,
De La Haye says, excuse me? Check it out. They're Chinese. They came across the land bridge. Got stuck. Anyway.
Tonight to support you and support this cause.
It meant a lot. It was great. It just shows that people are sick of the system, that we live in. Because
You're
the
a
statue
dickhole.
represents slavery and genocide, which is a product.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to
part would get
punch
you.
my screen just so I feel like I'm hitting him.
I knew that part was going to get you.
Of capitalism and the system we live in, and to see so many people out here.
What did he just say?
Oh, just back it up and listen to that joy again.
Wait. What did he just say?
Because the statue represents slavery and genocide, which is a product of capitalism and the system we live in.
Slavery and genocide, which is a product of capitalism and the system we live in. Jack.
Yes, Monkey.
How many slaves are legally owned in the United States right now?
0. Did you know how many slaves Columbus brought with him?
0.
0. And do you know who funded Columbus to come over here?
Spanish.
Spanish who?
Royalty.
Yeah, the king and queen.
Yeah.
That's not a capitalist system, you fucking half-wit. That's a monarchy.
Oh. Isabella, right?
Yeah, Queen Isabella.
She was the one that was really up on it. And what, Franco? No, Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, yeah.
Is that the right?
I think so.
It's been a while since I've done that in school. So
I don't know Spanish history. I don't give a fuck about Spain.
I just know Isabella, one, because it's a very pretty name. And a Spanish chick named Isabella, she's got to be hot, right?
Well, for the time, maybe.
Look, she probably got a little bit of the sideburn thing going on, and her arms are a little hairy, but otherwise, she's hot. I'm telling you. That's just science, man.
But it goes to this kid's ignorance that capitalism was not a thing in 1492 or 1491, whenever the fuck they left.
Wait, hang on. They're telling me in chat that Queen Isabella had strawberry blonde hair. You're ruining this for me. And yes, I know that they don't have that. The Spanish, the actual Spanish, you guys, they're European. They're not what you see in movies. They tend to be honkies, y'all.
The Oriole Baron Pharaoh enslaved Jews.
Why ruin? Because I'm picturing her more Italian, and I realize she's Spanish, but they have kind of the same look these days. I think there was a lot of inbreeding. I'm picturing a dark-haired Spanish chick. That's why. And you ruin it with Reddy up there. I don't need strawberry blonde chick. No. I like dark hair. Good God, man. Why do they do this to me?
That's funny.
Next, you're going to tell me she was tall and had no ass.
And to see so many people out here willing to fight back against what this statue represents is very heartwarming, and it gives us so much hope, or gives me a lot of hope for what we can truly accomplish.
You got rid of a statue.
Yeah, you tore down a statue. You didn't conquer the beaches of Normandy or put a man on the moon. Fucking idiot.
Fucking hate these people.
The ignorance level is astonishing. He has no concept that Columbus was not necessarily a capitalist because he was sponsored by royalty to come over here looking for trade routes. That doesn't... So dumb. So dumb. He didn't bring slaves with him. Columbus did not institute slavery.
What's the next step? Like, where do you go from here?
So we continue to demand its immediate removal, its destruction, and not just moving it to the Italian American community. Just like, let's get rid of it. Just get it out of here. And I don't know where bronze is like recycled or whatever, but let's put it there.
Does he mean melted down?
Yes. I don't know where bronze is recycled.
Smelter, you shithead.
Yeah.
Can you recount what happened with the officers that came up and guarded the statue?
Yeah, they came up here to harass and intimidate us.
Harass and intimidate the people vandalizing a statue.
All right.
But what they were doing was supposedly they got really mad that people were painting on the tarp that's covering the statue. Not the statue itself, but they were mad about the fact that it was being painted on because it's not within the something they could control. It's not something that they were able to oversee.
You were still vandalizing the tarp, weren't you?
Well, vandalism's okay if the police don't have purview over it. The fuck are you talking about? It was a tarp covering the statue that is city property put there by the city.
That's a hate fact. And Zach, yeah, I don't think he recognizes that it's not his property. He thinks he's still got a right to tear it down. These assholes would tear down a statue on private property just as bad and say that they had every right to do it because it makes them feel weird in their pants or something.
And so that's why they came over here and they wanted to stop the protest. But we continued on for a little while. And I think we did a pretty good job, being able to expose them for who they are.
We exposed them as police doing their jobs.
Yeah, those monsters.
Fucking bitches.
It's a fucking tard.
There's a pepper spray when you need it.
Anything
Right.
that we didn't ask you?
Down with Columbus and all statues depicting racism, colonialism, and genocide.
Depicting racism, colonialism, and genocide. Is there a statue to genocide anywhere?
Well, yeah, the Columbus one, duh.
What would a statue to genocide look like? Hitler?
A big oven.
It would look like Antifa. It looked like an Antifa elk. Don't forget that Antifa got their start by helping Hitler. Okay, they got their start in Germany and then helped Hitler. It was real close to when they started.
Yeah, these commies are going to destroy our country. Tearing down the statues helps them control the memory of the past. I have so many problems with this.
I love this kid's answer. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's asked questions and he just repeats stupid shit he's heard.
Yep. No critical thinking, just memorization of dumb factoids that he learned from one of his commie professors. And Pat's right. This is why they target the youth. They're dumb and easy to manipulate.
It hurts my head, man.
I know. I was very upset by watching this. I may have screamed at my monitor a few times.
This is absolutely retarded.
Yeah, this is why it's important to watch what your kids are learning and have conversations with them and explain reality to them. Because if this is left unchallenged, this is the products you get.
He's not even talking about what Columbus did, but the results of Columbus having done it.
Yeah, things Columbus had nothing to do with.
Oh, God. This is our youth, man. These are the people who are going to be running things when you and I are too old to speak anymore.
If we're lucky to live that long, yes.
Would we be lucky?
50-50 at this point. I'm not prepared to say yes.
Tyrai, thank you. These people believe they are heroes and anyone else are villain, trying to thwart their perceived actions of justice. Sadly, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And they do. They see themselves not just as heroes, but as superheroes. We stood up to them. How exactly? What did you do, homie? Well, we walked away when they told us to.
Then we got maced and got arrested and then cut loose. Look.
Oh, did you see that guy real quick? The guy who was suing because he got hit in the eye with a rubber ball or with a pepper ball.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That's the risk you take when you're at a riot.
Well, here's the thing, guys. in this dispute, he claims that the police shot him purposefully with a pepper ball in the eye, which, by the way, pepper balls are not the most, it's not like shooting a bullet. They're not exactly aerodynamic.
Yeah.
They tend to move when they're shot. So if that cop did that, fuck.
Give that guy a pay raise because he's a fucking marksman.
What the police claim is that this fucking idiot went to kick one of them back and it got stuck to his shoe and he goes to bend down to get it. And that's when another pepper ball bounces off the ground and hit him in the eye.
Which is a lot more believable.
Way more believable. If you go and see most of the people who get hit by these things get hit in the legs.
Yeah, because they typically shoot them at the ground. They're just paintballs.
Yeah. Fucking moron. Anyway, I didn't mean to get sidetracked there, Jack. I just saw that and I laughed my ass off. I'm like, well, don't do stupid shit, dummy.
Right?
But he's suing for a whole bunch of money and he'll probably get it. I forget what city it was in. But it's some liberal ass city where they'll probably give him the money. They'll just pay him off. Guys, don't forget we're brought to you by you. Comments, questions, concerns. We don't care. But if you want to like, we love that. That's not true. We love your comments as well. But if there's comments you want to get them in now because I'm actually paying attention to chat for a moment and the show's going to be ending soon. Throwing that out there. Frankly says Portland. Is that where that was at? Yeah. I knew it was some liberal ass city and they're probably just going to give him his money.
Which is crap.
It's just the people's money. Who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, it's not theirs. They don't care.
Wheeler's not going to fight that shit. But we are brought to you by you. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and if you would, consider tossing some money at us. Come on, man. My hat's out. We've been entertaining tonight, haven't we? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Are you going to sleep after this, or will it finally be pirate time? I was actually thinking about playing some more Baldur's Gate. I was able to actually play before we did this, Jack, and I was surprised that my internet held up.
Wow.
But I'm either going to do that or I'm going to sleep. And I'm thinking mostly about going to sleep. I'm a little bit tired. Right before the stream, Jack, I went upstairs to get myself something to eat, had myself a big bowl of Cocoa Puffs, thank you. And I'm coming down the stairs, and I just start yawning like hell. I'm like, oh, this is not good. Because I'm holding a bowl of Cocoa Puffs. And I'm using both hands to hold it because I don't want to drop it. I'm on the stairs. I cannot hold the rail, and I start yawning like hell.
Dude, that's how you're going to die.
Probably.
He died with a bowl of Cocoa Puffs in his hands because he won't hold on to the damn railing.
I couldn't. I didn't want to drop it.
Maybe don't add everything in together. Maybe bring the ingredients downstairs. You have a mini fridge, right?
It's not big enough for a gallon of milk.
You don't need to buy a half gallon. They fit on the door. I only have a mini fridge. I know what you can fit in one. It seems like an extra purchase.
A smarter thing, Jack, would just be to tell me to eat up there.
Well, that's your choice. I'm not going to make you eat where you don't want to eat.
But you'll make... How dare you, sir?
It was funny.
But yeah, I was able to play the game, and there was only one time that it kind of even spiked down on me. So I was like, sweet. And there was this puzzle at the end that I couldn't figure out. And it turns out my game is glitched because I sat there for probably 20 minutes after the game trying to figure it out. And eventually I'm just like, okay, is this glitched? And I went and looked it up, the saloon puzzle glitch. And sure enough, it's a glitch. Luckily, they actually built in a workaround in the game. There's a lever you can find, and I think it's one I already found because it was already showing when I went to go look at it. As I was walking, my rogue found something. I'm like, what the fuck did he find? And it's right in that same spot, so I think he found it. So I'll just use that to get further in the game and not worry much about the puzzle, which is fucking broken.
Yeah.
But they need to fix it so that I can do the puzzle eventually. But yeah, so it's nice that they offered a second way around it and you don't just have to do that. Because if you just had to do it, I'd have to go back in my game. And that would piss me off.
Yeah, it's understandable. Thank you, Rodline, for the donation. I traded an indigenous person a very special blanket for this money. Here, enjoy. Well, thank you, Rodline. I appreciate that. And I'm sure that indigenous person is nice and warm tonight.
And they will be forever.
Forever.
Hashtag ban monkey stairs. Look, sometimes I have to go up there. That's why I keep telling people I don't need a ranch style house. I just need a normal house. One where the kitchen is on the bottom floor and that has a bedroom on the bottom floor. And then I'd be fine.
I keep telling you, put a dumbwaiter in.
But I still need somebody up there to put the stuff on it for me.
No, you go up, put everything on it, lower it down, then you go back downstairs.
But then I still have to go up and down the stairs.
You were going to do that anyway, and you know it.
Well, only because I wanted that bowl of Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, but then you can hold onto the railing or stabilize yourself with the walls or something. You could slide down on your butt. You wouldn't have to worry about falling. You got a super chat there. So.
Johnny Hellcat, thank you. You know you can buy individual milk cartons, right? Like multiple that can fit in a mini fridge. You're talking about like the ones you get for school? I mean, you could, but I mean, no. I'm not doing that. Look, guys. I didn't fall. The point being, I didn't fall. It was supposed to be that I started yawning, and you took it all on monkey needs to be careful bullshit. Worst case scenario, I fall and die.
Yeah, that is the worst case scenario. That is absolutely the worst case scenario. Nobody wants you dying getting a bowl of Cocoa Puffs or whatever else you decide if you're out of Cocoa Puffs. Don't limit it to just that.
Can you think of a better thing to die for than Cocoa Puffs?
Yes, dozens of things.
Oh.
Freedom, saucy ladies, a bus full of Asian cheerleaders that desperately want to sexually reward a hero that saved them. Yeah, a K-pop band. Yeah, I could think of a dozen things, bro, than dying for Cocoa Puffs.
You die for a K-pop band?
If they were hot enough, yeah.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you so much. This says Ridline, so I'm reading it how it's written, but it might be Rodline. You need a helper, monkey. I do, but mostly what I need is just my kitchen to be on the bottom floor of my house. That would help everything because, you know, then I wouldn't have to go upstairs. If we had an upstairs where it was just bedrooms for like when the kids come over, and I wouldn't have to ever go up them fucking things. Like, fuck it. I don't care what's up there. Oh, dude, speaking of I don't care, what's up there? I'm pretty sure my ghost closed a door on me today.
Yeah, it'll probably see you carrying a bowl of cereal down and shove you too. Be like, yeah, I'm lonely. I need to deal with a friend here.
It's a nice ghost, man.
It shut a door on you, didn't it?
Well, I went into my room this morning after Lady Monkey got up, and I turned on the light in there and got some socks, turned off the light, and it is pitch black in my room. Like, why the fuck is it so dark in here? And I turn and look, and my door is closed. I never close that door if I just walk into my room when I know I'm coming back out. And it's not a door that can just kind of swing on its own because it lightly rubs the carpet as it opens and closes. So I think the ghost was like, you need to go to bed. I think the ghost cuddles me in my sleep.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'd be nice. That's comforting.
I'm a beautiful man. I wouldn't blame her. And that goes more to the notion that it's a female ghost. It could be a gay ghost. I don't think it is, though. I think it's a female ghost. Not that there's anything wrong with a gay ghost. Can you put the kitchen on a car lift? I feel like there's cheaper ways to get around my problem right now.
Yeah, but they're not as awesome.
You have a ghost? Yes, pretty sure.
Just tell Ghastly to leave you alone.
Is your ghost Patrick Swayze? No, it's been in the house before he died. So Monk is imagining things. No, it's not. I'm telling you, I was not the first one to say there was a ghost in this house. That was actually my daughter. And we were all like, yeah. And then I started sleeping in that room. I'm telling you, there's a ghost up there. And now she started to come down here. I think she gets bored up there. It's her favorite room, but nobody's sleeping in there.
Yeah, it might be lonely.
Yeah. Came down and closed that. Because it's amazing how I told you, I think I told you yesterday or the day before, that I try to black my room out, and it's as blacked out as we can get it.
Yeah.
So when I go in there, even if there's light outside, it's pretty fucking dark. So I leave the door open so the hallway light's in there. Yeah. That ghost is a guy and humps you in your sleep. I don't wake up bleeding, so I'm okay. I have a ghost that does stuff like that, Monkey. Most of the time, he just hides stuff like I do things I'm supposed to. Or like till I do things I'm supposed to. Fair enough. It's a very, like I said, she's a very nice ghost. The kids love her. Babies just talk to her. It's funny. And it's amazing. All of them do it in this house. They will turn and they will look at a figure that seems to be about 5'4" or so, and just talk to them. Like, you're creeping me out right now, kid. Name. I don't know the ghost name. I really should do some research on this house and find out if somebody ever died in here. That's some shit they should tell you.
In some states, they're not required to, but there was a lawsuit years ago where a couple sued because they weren't informed in the disclosures that the house was haunted, and they got their money back. That was in like Maine or New York or something, some New England state.
Well, if I bought a haunted house, like one that had like a poltergeist in it or something, maybe then I'd be like, yeah, I want my money back. But if it's just like a friendly haunting, I wouldn't mind. Like every so often I walk into the house or into the hallway and there's a girl in a white dress floating away. Just be like, see ya. I mean, the first couple of times I'd probably pee. But after that, I don't care. It's okay. Maybe it's someone who falls down the stairs from. Shut up, Dangerous. Maybe it's someone who died falling down the stairs with their Cocoa Puffs. Do you have a Ouija board carpet? Because a Ramba might have accidentally summoned a ghost.
Right?
No, I'm telling you, man. It's just there's a ghost in here. Swear to God, I found a guitar part in my bed I had lost years ago, 3 houses ago, after I set up my glass shop. I swear on my daughter's life. No, I believe you. Look, I don't know if I believe in ghosts, you know, like I've never seen a spirit. I've never seen it. But there is weird shit unexplained in this house. And it's not just me that has said so. It's not horrible stuff. It's, you know, just weird little things that happen. Like that door shutting. I should have heard that door shut. I told you it slightly runs against the carpet.
Yeah. But remind me sometime I'll dig out some of my old ghost hunting footage, because there was a time we caught a woman's voice, and there were no women in the building.
Oh, nice.
I got it somewhere on a hard drive.
I would be interested to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I told people tonight on Twitter, I'm like, if anybody's up for it, we can go ghost hunting. Somebody's like, oh, I'd really like to see that. I'm like, no, in a video game. Guys, I would love to go ghost hunting with Jack. I think it would be fun.
Oh, it'd be a blast. I nose around through people's, like, because we went to West Virginia State Penitentiary one time. And, oh, man, I was just the nosiest person. Like, what's behind this door? What's behind this door?
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I would enjoy that. Your daughter put thoughts into your head, then one of your family put it into the grandkids. We're talking about the grandkids when they don't understand words quite yet. When they can't speak. We're not whispering to 6-month-olds, there's a ghost. Trying to diss my ghost because they're a disbeliever.
Well, it's fine. Not everybody believes.
Yeah, you don't got to believe. You do you. But yeah, there's a ghost in my house. I'd love to go ghost hunting. I think it would be a lot of fun. Especially now that would be real fun trying to cripple away from one.
I've been to several buildings that were supposedly haunted. Mansfield Penitentiary is way overrated. But West Virginia State Pen, that place was creepy as fuck. But I don't think it's haunted. It's just a cool, creepy building. But Brindue Mansion in Granville, where we caught that voice, that a different occasion when we were there, because we were there like 4 or 5 times. Somebody got touched, and it was our non-believer. And he's like, "Stop pushing me!" And no one's behind him for like 10 feet. But yeah, it was. It's a lot of fun. You got to go to a place that's like really cool looking, so you don't get bored. Because if you're just at somebody's house, you'll just be like, "I wonder what they got in their closet."
There's a lot of places up here in Michigan that are supposedly haunted. They used to, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have a circuit you could get on to go around to a bunch of them. I would love to do that shit. And it would be something, if it's not too far away, I could probably even do.
Yeah.
You know what I really want to do? I want to go to like the asylums in upstate New York.
Oh, yeah.
The really fucked up places where horrible shit happened to people. Those ones are supposed to be real fucked up. We need to start a huge fundraiser. We need, how much are we going to need, Jack? We need $14 million in unmarked bills. So me and Jack can go ghost hunting, and we'll tape it all. Promise. $14 million, and we'll go ghost hunting.
Give me 14 million. Half of that, I'll do a live stream from there.
Dude, yeah, we'll split it right down the middle. For not just our pay, but we need that for equipment as well.
Yeah, we're gonna need some state-of-the-art video cameras.
We each need a brand new car. We need 14 million, and we'll do that. Is that okay? All right, 12 million, and we'll go do it.
We could probably do it on like 5.
Dude,
I'm just saying, each. So 10 million.
Oh, all right, yeah, okay, all right, 10 million. We'll buy some of the discount equipment. 10 million, we'll do it.
The Batman may have just outed us by equipment. They mean hookers and blow.
No,
it's still equipment.
That's still, yeah. Plus, you guys would get to see my face, and it would be me going, "What the fuck?" That'd be a lot of fun.
You'd probably just see me falling asleep at like 2 a.m, going, "Oh, bored."
Neither one of us fall asleep at 2 a.m. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. But all that hookers and blow would wear me out.
That's for the after party. We start out, we set up and nothing. We wouldn't start anything till what, 10 o'clock, so it's dark outside.
Yeah, you have to wait till it's nighttime.
It's no fun doing it during the day.
No, there's a great theory to explain why a lot of the stuff happens at night too. Is that may be photosensitive.
Well, it's also, I mean, you can go into a creepy place during the day and just get that feeling.
Yeah,
but that's just you creeping yourself out easily. Even though some places, seriously, if you guys go to Gettysburg sometime, walk on that battlefield. It is unexplainable what you feel when you step foot on there. But you can have that, but it's different at nighttime. It also scares you more, so it's even better. You're at a heightened state of, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Even though ghosts don't kill people usually. The ghost of the prostitute in the fridge. I feel like you need to clean out your fridge, homie. Hallowed ground. Yeah, I mean, there's some thought to that. But yeah, $10 million. All right, $8 million. We will go I mean, we're discounting ourselves pretty heavily there. That's I mean, all right, $5 million. $5 million, and we'll go ghost hunting. I feel like that's a bargain, man. We started at $14 million. That's $9 million off, you guys. So if you'd like to see us go ghost hunting, start adding to the $5 million fund, and me and Jack will go ghost hunting. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Eagle says, I've been to Gettysburg. You should stop. Stop what? Gettysburg is creepy, man. Just stepping on that battlefield. You ever been there, Jack?
No, I've always wanted to go, but I could never get anyone to go with me. I don't like doing road trips alone. That's how murder porn happens.
Yeah. It's not like you feel ghosts through there. There's something there. There's just something there. And I wonder if it's like that at all battlefields. Like if you went somewhere, where were some other, like if you went to Yorktown, I mean, there was a pretty big battle there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that feels the same way. If you went to the beaches of Normandy, if you get that same kind of feeling. But it's there at Gettysburg, man. God damn. Yeah.
I've been to a couple of Civil War sites. Some of them you get that kind of reverence feeling, and other ones nothing. So
yeah,
it kind of depends.
There's a lot of them in Virginia, and for the most part, yeah, it's just like, meh. It's because you're acutely aware of the significance of the location.
That probably is part of it.
Perhaps. I prefer to go towards the supernatural because I have an imagination, and you guys are. Evolved says, I've been to Gettysburg on holiday, never felt anything like that. So you're dead inside. I'm just more acutely attuned to the supernatural.
See, it's because you know where the ley lines are.
Oh.
You're drawing power from them.
$5 million. You know what? For $5 million, we will go ghost hunting at 3 different sites, you guys. 3 different sites. $5 million. That's a bargain right there. It was just one.
For that much money, we will jump at every little noise.
I'll do that anyway because I have an active imagination, Jack.
Oh, I tend to get really easily distracted. So I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go over here. What's in there? I don't know.
I'm the kind of person, I live in the middle of the fucking woods. If I go outside at night, I have to remind myself there's nothing in the woods that's coming to kill me.
You don't know that. Michigan Dogman might get you. He's aggressive. He's not like Bigfoot, who's like, oh, human, run away.
You know what? It's not those that bother me. I'm not even worried about like a Freddy or Jason coming out, you know? It's just weird people live in the woods. I've never heard a good story about some dude who moved off and lived in the woods for the rest of his life. That guy always goes psycho and kills somebody.
Yeah, hermits tend to be a little off.
Yeah.
Not the fun ones that leave society alone and just hide. No, I mean like the Unabomber. The cults and shit like that. There's a lot of weird shit happens out in the woods.
The only other thing that worries me about the woods is bears because they are sometimes around here.
That's just a cover for the dogman attacks.
No, I've seen them. My friend was driving home one day, and about 30 yards from his driveway, there's this bear just chucking down the fucking road. As a hermit, I take small but accurate offense to that. Well, you're a hermit who lives in a normal house. You didn't move out into the middle of the woods and build yourself a hut out of your own shit and start a prayer circle. Uncle mine grew up in Gettysburg. He said he never saw anything except this one night. They saw a column of marching soldiers. They were seen many places by many different people that night.
Yeah, I've heard that before, that some people will see columns of men marching. That would make me shit my pants. I'm not above that. Although if I felt that coming on, I'd probably just poop in the middle of the field. Because I'm not opposed to dropping trow and showing everyone my ass when I'm scared.
$5 million, guys. I'm telling you. You know what? You said you'd want to go to Gettysburg, but no one will go. We'll make trip number 4. We will go to Gettysburg. And we'll do it without any proper authorization. We'll sneak on. So they can't like turn on any holograms and shit on us. They won't even know we're there. Ha! I feel like 5 million isn't that much.
It depends what happens, doesn't it?
Oh, for $5 million, I guarantee you we will hear something. I don't know what it'll be, but we will hear something. I pay to see Monkey go to Gettysburg and get baked. I would put that as part of the 5 million, but again, mind altering things I'm not real big on right now. I'm not sure how they would affect me.
That would probably fuck you up. Do you really want to overexert yourself by getting high? Because you'd probably just be like, I feel fine. Let's go do something.
It's either going to be like, I feel fine, and then I'll fuck myself up to where I hurt the next day, or it'll just increase my pain immediately. Yeah. So, guys, $5 million. Me and Jack, we will go on a ghost hunting excursion. That's it's $2.5 million for each of us, Jack, to buy.
I think we could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real fast though. Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker Matt, for the donation. I live close to the Wilderness Battlefield in Virginia, most notable the burial place of Stonewall Jackson's arm. The area isn't haunted, but there's always a strange wave that comes over you. Yeah, I've heard people say stuff like that at big battlefields, so that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, man. And I have a feeling that it would happen even if you didn't know it was a big battlefield. I've been in empty fields before. I don't feel that shit.
No. Like I said, some places you get that vibe, some places don't. And not everybody gets that. You know, some people are kind of more
dead inside.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to be dead inside.
Yeah, the Batman makes a good point. He lives in England. You can't take a step without tripping over a battlefield. Oh, man, there's some crazy cool stuff I would like to see in England, but I'm never going there.
Yeah, same with me. I would love to visit Ireland just because, you know, that's where my ancient ancestors come from. But hell no. I got to get on a boat or a plane, and I ain't getting on either one for that long. I'm never again getting on a boat where I can't see shore. I'm too old for that shit, Jack.
I know the feeling. I'm also too lazy. Be like, well, I'm going to die. Fuck it.
I can swim a long way. Even in my current state, I can still swim pretty well. But I don't know how long I could do that. As long as I can see shore, I could get there. I went to a battlefield and it felt like I actually got shot. Note to self, don't wander into an active war zone. Yeah, we're talking about battles that have ended. Battles that have ended.
Yeah, don't wander on the battlefields, kids.
Yeah. Especially not like in certain places where they still use landmines. What a fucked up thing that is to do. Put landmines down everywhere. War's over and like, fuck it. Let people find them.
Yeah, no shit. I guess Vietnam's still trying to find all the landmines and shit out there.
Uh-huh. They're clearing up the ones between North and South Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, send the dogs in. We can't. We ate them. Ireland has ghosts of all the potatoes that died at the potato blight. They use rats to find landmines. And then there's rats everywhere. I remember going to Lynn's Frame on a school trip. Felt like I was being watched by something I couldn't see the whole time I was there. You know, this is going to freak me out. I should probably play the ghost game now because I'm at heightened freakiness.
Because you're already freaked out? That makes total sense. Like, I'm scared. Maybe play the Blair Witch Project in the background while you're playing.
Oh, yeah. No, I am I'm not a scaredy cat. I like being scared, so that's okay.
I don't. And as a moral coward, I find it as an obligation to not freak myself out when I'm starting to freak out.
Dude, that's not helping our $5 million.
Well, it would, because on video I'll freak out. Won't
There
I?
we go. He's got to freak out, you guys. Well, how can we live stream it? We got to make sure there's good internet in the building.
Oh, just get a hotspot.
Yeah, I guess. I wonder how many ghost hunting places have great internet now.
Oh, I think you'd be impressed with how many do.
I'm betting there's a lot.
Yeah. They make a lot of money off of going to those places.
It's like, hey, we got some more morons willing to pay us to sleep here tonight. Do you have to bring your own sleeping bag?
We're not going to be doing any sleeping in the building. We'll be ghost hunting the whole time.
It depends on how well we edit our videos. We just pop in a tape. Nobody will know.
There's 3 hours of them fall asleep.
Oh, man. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up. We're at 2.5 hours right now, just short of, actually. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Thank you for the donations. Don't forget, if you'd like to donate to the Monkey and Jack Go Ghost Hunting $5 million fund, you can do that at any time. We have our Streamlab links below, as well as Patreon. But you got to make sure we know it's for that so that we can set it aside. Jack, is there anything you'd like to shill tonight?
I will drop a link to my latest video in the chat. And, of course, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. Very kind of you.
Tonight, I'm not sure whose channel we're going to be on. I think we're going to be on Satsu's channel. Last night, we had to bail on his channel because his internet was crap, so we went over to Scribbles. I think we're going to be on Satsu 2 Cents. Watch Twitter, guys, to find out where we'll be for Lords at Night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I'll be around elsewhere. Again, watch Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Jack, thank you for joining me tonight.
Always fun.
Everybody, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.
Hi, everybody.
5 million.